Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some major international developments that unfolded at the G7 summit. With President Trump's early departure from the summit, a surprising shift occurred, and Canada stepped into the spotlight. Without the dominant U.S. presence, host nation Canada seized the opportunity to reshape the narrative and assert itself on the global stage. From new defense partnerships to bold moves in foreign aid, the final day of the G7 revealed a Canada that is no longer content to play second fiddle in world affairs. Let's break it all down. On June 17th, during the G7 summit, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney held a crucial bilateral meeting with South Korean President Lee Yong, marking President Lee's first major diplomatic engagement since his June 3rd election. This wasn't just a photo op. The two leaders announced deeper cooperation in defense, energy, and tech. Here's what's on the table. Both sides agreed to expand collaboration in arms manufacturing and defense technology, a move aimed at boosting their independence from traditional suppliers. Clean energy and climate tech. Shared commitment to stabilize clean energy supply chains and invest in climate innovations. Canada pitched itself as a stable, resource-rich Pacific partner, and both nations pledged to identify new areas for trade growth, particularly in critical minerals and emerging tech sectors. Canada is diversifying its alliances beyond the U.S., while South Korea is steering toward a more pragmatic economy-first foreign policy. Carney's closing message: a new global role for Canada. At the summit's conclusion, Prime Minister Carney took the stage and delivered a sweeping address on global cooperation, challenges ahead, and Canada's evolving role in international affairs. While highlighting global consensus on key issues like Ukraine and supply chains, Carney didn't shy away from discussing the elephant in the room, the U.S., and specifically President Trump. In a major announcement, Carney revealed that Canada and the U.S. would launch intensive negotiations over a new economic and security partnership with a tight 30-day deadline. Carney's own words: deadlines help concentrate the mind. Still, disagreements remain. Tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel are a sticking point. Trump sees Canada's proposals as too complex. Carney's subtle reply? Complexity is in the eye of the beholder. Canada isn't backing down. Carney made it clear his government will only agree to deals that align with Canadian interests, even if that means standing apart from Washington. Defense, Ukraine, and the Golden Dome. Canada also made waves with its firm position on the war in Ukraine, reaffirming full support and committing over $4 billion CAD aid, including drones, ammunition, and a massive $2.3 billion loan for rebuilding efforts. On missile defense, discussions around Canada joining the U.S.-led Golden Dome system are ongoing. Trump reportedly said Canada could pay $71 billion or zero, depending on broader trade outcomes. Carney kept things grounded, saying, "Our geography is no longer a natural shield." He emphasized Canada's evolving defense strategy, a direct response to today's heightened global threats. Canada's aid leap, filling America's foreign aid void, with the U.S. slashing nearly $60 billion USD in foreign aid, adding programs in health, climate, and humanitarian relief. Millions are left without vital services. Canada is stepping up. Ottawa just announced $544 million CAD in development financing guarantees for Latin America and the Caribbean. While not a full replacement for the U.S. cuts, it's a clear signal. Canada is willing to lead where the U.S. is retreating. This move elevates Canada's global influence in three key ways. Canada becomes a development leader, shaping regional outcomes. By backing investment guarantees, not just handouts, it focuses on long-term impact. The move strengthens Canada's presence in both the Western Hemisphere and the Indo-Pacific. Another key outcome of the G7 summit: the formation of a critical minerals alliance. an effort to stockpile and secure materials like gallium and rare earth elements, reducing reliance on China. The summit also sparked fresh collaboration on artificial intelligence, quantum tech, and digital governance. In terms of climate resilience, the G7 pledged to jointly combat wildfires and enhance emergency response with AI tools, a shift from short-term efficiency to long-term resilience. In a rare behind-the-scenes moment, Carney described the summit atmosphere as frank, strategic, and urgent. With only 9 leaders in the room, he said the small group allowed for real, honest conversations. And while the friction with Trump's U.S. remains real, Canada's path forward is clear, pragmatic, deliberate, and rooted in national interest. As Carney put it, nostalgia isn't a strategy. In a world of transformation, we must turn challenges into change. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, please give it a like, drop a comment below, and subscribe for more global news you won't hear anywhere else. As an independent channel, your support really matters. And don't miss the next video. It's right here on your screen, and we picked it just for you. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.